Welcome back. Well, the recession has forced many of us to tighten up our spending habits. One of the luxuries taken off the table, traveling abroad. That's only if you don't know our financial expert, Elizabeth Deng Samuel. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Greg.
All right. So you say if you have a well-planned itinerary, that could actually end up saving you money in the long run.
Right. So if you plan ahead a little bit but give yourself some flexibility, you can still travel abroad. Why not research some countries now? While our American dollar has gained some momentum in the last 12 months, try to find countries where the American dollar is still a little bit stronger, like Mexico and South America and parts of Asia.
Yeah, I was going to say Asia, Indonesia, the American dollar goes a long way, Vietnam, places like that. So that's the first big thing. You know, I mean, if you're going to go to any country in the European Union, Italy, France, maybe isn't going to go as far.
Right. You're going to be able to spend a little bit less in those countries.
Right. And also you say look for cheaper housing options. For some people, it's like, what? I can't stay at the 5-star, the 4-star hotel?
And sometimes that's not even as much fun. So you're there to find out about the culture and the people. Why not try to find the local, whether hostels or bed and breakfasts. There's even hostels for older people, not just college students. And you can check out the websites before you go.
Yeah, I think we were talking a few minutes ago, and I went to Fiji a few months ago with my girlfriend, and we were thinking, we stayed at one of those really nice hotels, and we were both thinking, gosh, I wish we would have stayed here, maybe a nice hotel, probably a third of the price, and we could have spent our money in other ways and really maximized, the trip that way.
Right.
And also you say eating smart. I mean, this is a big thing because, just avoid, first of all, the big hotel dinners.
Right, the big tourist centers. You're going to have the big tourist prices. So if you're going to stay there for a long period of time, why not go to the local grocery store, do breakfast and lunch in a little kitchenette? And then what I love about being in different countries is eating their local foods. So be a local, whether it's like street vendors. Some of my best meals were just a baguette and cheese in Europe, or eating at the street vendors in Asia.
Now, also getting around. This is a big thing because the money can really add up in some countries if you're renting a car that costs you, $60 or more a day.
Right, and then you have to deal with parking and then different laws. A great way to get around the city is using a local taxi cab driver, and they can tell you where the great places to go to, take you to the flea markets, and you're not paying those big prices like on those big tour buses.
Yeah, or possibly public transportation, depending on the country. Some countries, have great public transportation, right? Whether it's subway or maybe a bus. Yeah, or a trolley.
Yeah, and you're able to walk everywhere too. So bring your walking shoes when you go travel abroad.
All right, talk about some other cost cutters. You say maybe possibly get a prepaid cell phone card when you get there.
Right, so call your local, whether it's a Verizon or whoever we use in the United States, and see how much it would be just to change your plan. Or now, with technology, you have your laptop, whether it's a satellite laptop, use Skype, email, you don't have to pay these big prices on these international calls.
I should say prepaid cell phone or a phone card. And this is another big thing that I learned about a year ago. When you're talking about the exchange rates, don't go to those, the shops that you can exchange money at. That's really a money trap, and it's kind of the opposite, I think, to what a lot of Americans think. You should hit the ATM. Right,
the ATM. Make sure you call your bank first to see what the ATM fee is. There's going to be an international transaction fee, and also tell your bank when you're traveling abroad. Otherwise, they might cut off your cards. I'd say when you do travel abroad, at least have 4 different types of payments. Have American cash with you, local currency, and 2 different credit cards just in case a certain store doesn't take it.
You also say look for package deals.
So you can go on different websites now, whether it's travelblog.org, you can see what other people have done to do cost-effective traveling. You can look at certain deals. There's different travel agencies like Expedia or Orbitz that can put different deals together for you, but make sure you have flexibility in there, because the fun thing about traveling is to be able to take off and meet other locals and gather adventures that way as well.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, right? And with the package deals, sometimes they throw in those freebies, just to get you to entice you to buy the package, and it could sometimes be worth it. All right.
Especially right now.
Absolutely. Everyone's trying to get your business. Elizabeth Deng Samuel, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Greg.
Great travel tips just in time for summer. And of course, for more information, just go to our website, san diego6.com. STL is coming right back.